Approved Me, the Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, episode number 47. That part, we're in the building. Hold on, let me get right. You know, I keep these towels, trust these towels, just in case my face gets greasy. All right. Welcome everybody. All right. I go by the name of L.O.T.S. Approved. I am the incomparable, the ultimate imitator that cannot be duplicated. The one that keep taking their style from, I keep creating it. The one that you keep taking, the appointed. All right. I'm the elected by the people, the voice that counts. Now, this is the Messenger, episode number 47. All right. And this is a countdown to episode number 50. Hold on, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I need some horns on that. How y'all like that intro music too? Tell me what it sound like to y'all. I'm loving it. Countdown to episode number 50. Facts though. Once again, this is the Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, episode number 47. All right, and this is powered by L.O.T.S Approved Media. Now, this has been a very eventful week. Very eventful, just to say the least. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be here with you guys. It's by the grace of Most High that I'm able to speak with you guys. Shout out to Panda. All right, that's that Panda Apparel. Big up the shop in the Panda Apparel. Courtesy of Planet Goddammit. A partner in crime. Planet Goddammit. All right. You guys, as soon as you come in the building, do me a favor, leave a comment in the comment section. I see somebody already loaded up. That's my man, Bruce Hall and Paul Bizzle in the building. All right. Now, you guys keep in mind, we are going live on YouTube. But I'm not live on my YouTube channel, the L.O.T.S Approved Media. All right, I'm live on L.O.T.S Approved. Not L.O.T.S, sorry about that. That's Don't Shoot the Messenger. So you guys, I have a page specifically for Don't Shoot the Messenger. Now, okay, I got a YouTube strike on L.O.T.S Approved Media, so I can't go on until tomorrow live on that channel. So it's gonna be limited with the people that we have in the building, but we still gonna enjoy ourselves like we usually do around this time. All right. Once again, you guys do me a favor. As soon as you come in the building, hit that like button. You know, I like to say, y'all know my saying. Don't be a ninja watcher. All right. That's the person that be no audio on the gunshots. You didn't hear no gunshots? You didn't hear no gunshots? Yo, Bruce, tell me if you heard that. Did you hear them horns? Because we may be having some audio issues. All right. Let me know in the comment section. Let me know in the comment section if you guys hear them horns. Let me see. Hold on. Wait 1 second. What about the gunshots? We letting off gunshots right now. Can y'all hear them gunshots? Let me know if you can hear them gunshots in the comment section. People, hit the like button. Don't be a ninja watcher. That's a person that be creeping and watching. Don't be no pocket watcher. That's a person that be watching somebody's pocket. You don't want to be a peeping Tom, because y'all know what they do to peeping Tom in jail. All right? No gunshots. Damn, you're not hearing nothing right now. But hold on. Matter of fact, I got this. That's my dog, Trusty Paul Bizzle, my technician. All right, hold on. Maybe this will work right here. All right, we cut that off. Now let me know if you can hear. Let me know if you're able to hear them gunshots right now, brother. Let me know after I cut off the intro music. All right. Shout out to Ezo with the country, the intro music. In that comment section. All right, no sounds yet, but we out here. All right, shout out to God Band the building. Big up to Bruce in the building. All right, like I said, you guys, it's been a very eventful week. There's some things that's been transpiring as of lately. All right, we're gonna speak about Dwight Howard. That's a very touchy subject. Dwight Howard, strange, cringing. All right, things that we probably never thought that this man was capable of. Apparently, this man is capable of it. All right. What else? We're going to my trusty list. All right, episode 47, we're going to speak about Boosie. He says, all right, now Boosie done lost his mind. Boosie, you done lost your mind. Boosie says that in the streets, in the South, he's more relevant than Jay-Z. Boosie said he means more to the South, to the streets in the South, than Jay-Z. I find that hard to believe. We'll speak about that, definitely. All right, FYB J Main speaks on Little J, says the person in the video is him. All right, so you guys know Little J, drill rapper out of Chicago, Switch City. All right, a lot of these Chicago rappers getting caught out there. Nonetheless, Don't Shoot the Messenger. But yes, a lot of Chicago rappers are getting caught out there. And one of them has to be by the name of Little J. Now, Little J was seen with a man sitting on his lap. We're going to speak about that too. All right. Former U.S. intelligence official David Grush claims under oath that aliens exist and that the U.S. government is in possession of UFOs and non-human bodies. You guys know how I feel. I don't really go deep into any government issues. I don't want to get shadow banned, but aliens do exist. And remember, I told you here first, because you guys that didn't know, you're looking at an alien himself. All right. Bronny James suffers cardiac arrest during USC workout. Bronny James, we got to speak about LeBron James' son experiencing a cardiac arrest during the USC workout. All right. This is something that happens. It happens in the athleticism realm. I've seen track runners experience that, as well as the NFL player that experienced that irregular heartbeat that was caused by the impact of a tackle. All right, so it happens in that industry. According to news reports, since Young Thug's YSL camp, YFN Lucci, YFN camp have been locked up, the crime rate in Atlanta has been dropped by 35%. So what they're trying to say is that YFN Lucci, since YFN Lucci's been locked up, all right, and you already know Thug is locked up with YSL, they're saying that the crime rate in Atlanta dropped to 35%. I find that hard to believe, but we'll speak about that also. All right, okay, now let's get into this Bootsy thing. All right, y'all, listen. Bootsy said that he means more to the South than Jay-Z, and of course, he's speaking in reference to the streets. Now, this is I gotta tighten up with this one, right? Yo, listen. For one, yes, I'm a fan of Bootsy's music. Bootsy makes great music, all right? Street music. But as of lately, Bootsy has been he's been feeling himself. And I would go as far as to say that Bootsy has begun to clout chase. Yeah, Bootsy is trolling at this point and he's clout chasing, all right? So he went as far as to say that he means more to the South, the streets that is, than Jay-Z. Now, L.O.T.S approved. I'm the Lord of the streets. I'm the leader of the streets, learning off the streets, living off the streets, all right? If you didn't know what the acronym means, all right? I'm the leader of the streets, all right? So that's why I'm the elected, the appointed. So with that being said, me being in the streets, the primary hustler, a street nigga, the primary hustler we look at is Jay-Z, okay? Bootsy, for the record, all street niggas, bona fide street niggas that get paper, we admire Jay-Z, okay? Now, I'd be a liar to say I'm not a fan of. They think that I'm crazy, but I know I'm not crazy. I've been going through some things, but don't nobody understand me, man. I want to ride candy, man. I've been going through all that. Listen, I get a little passionate about Bootsy. Bootsy in the streets, you mean a lot to us, brother. Bootsy means a lot. Bootsy is like this, I ain't gonna say Tupac, but that's gonna be a segue to something that he said about Pac. All right, but and ironically enough, Bootsy dropped a project called Boo Pac. So Bootsy compares himself to Tupac also. All right, he compares himself to Tupac. Now, Bootsy's track record, we know street thorough. We know Bootsy's thorough. We get it, Bootsy. You beat them charges. We get it, right? But I'm starting to get the undertone of clout chasing from Bootsy. Bootsy's giving me clout chasing vibes. All right. For one, he's mastered the art of trolling. All right. Now, Bootsy usually, when he speaks about things, it might be political issues that Bootsy speaks about. When Bootsy's speaking about political issues, I'm all in. Salute. All right. He talks about transgender community, and nonetheless, I ain't homophobic. I have nothing against the transgender nor the LGBTQT. All right, and everybody is accepted on this platform, right? Non-biased platform. But Bootsy represents that side of the tracks. So Bootsy is the number one, if not number two, representative of the streets, right? The streets, that is. But Bootsy spoke in the sense of, he said that the importance, what somebody means to us at heart. Jay-Z, as a hustler, we've watched the transition of Jay-Z from Marcy Projects, Brooklyn, New York. Brooklyn, one of the greatest cities in the world. Though I am a Miamian, Brooklyn's one of the greatest cities in the world. Jay-Z's coming out of one of the harshest boroughs of New York City, all right, which is Brooklyn. So that's just a testament to Jay-Z, what Jay-Z's coming out of. Jay-Z's coming out of Brooklyn, the projects, Marcy projects, all right? Then he transitioned into corporate world, right? He missed indictments, right? Have you guys ever been in an indictment? Have you guys ever seen an indictment? Have you guys ever seen feds, federales, alphabet kicking in doors, right? When you a street nigga, right? Being from the streets, one of our biggest fears is the show stops and the feds running. Some of us have been through that. Some of us have not been through that. Me, myself, unfortunately, I've been through that, right? The whole alphabet, FBI, U.S. Marshals, et cetera, et cetera. That's why they call it the alphabet boys, right? Jay-Z actually eluded that. Jay-Z eluded all the things that could have happened, that could have potentially detoured him from becoming the man that he is today, right? Jay-Z's the top hip-hop exec at this point. So the picture I'm trying to paint is Jay-Z went through a rigorous journey just to get to where he's at. Marcy Projects, single-parent home, no father there, transitioning to corporate. Nobody wanted to sign him in the beginning. Let's make this clear. Nobody wanted to sign Jay-Z. That's why Dame Dash had to do what he do. Dame Dash had to be the hype man. He had to play his role because nobody wanted to sign Jay-Z. So with that being said, Jay-Z's testimony, Jay-Z's story is remarkable, right? So me as a street nigga, that's the blueprint. And it's funny, Jay-Z has an album called The Blueprint, but that's the blueprint. Jay-Z's the street blueprint for me as a street nigga. Shout out to Terrence Cunningham. He said, facts though. Shout out to everybody in the building. God Bane in the building. Boots Auto in the building. All right? Family in the building. You heard? So once again, Jay-Z went through a lot, and that's part of his testimony. So with Bootsy now, Bootsy said that he means more to the South than Jay-Z. Now, we listen to Bootsy. Down here, we listen to Bootsy's music. It means a lot to us. But let's not get it twisted, Bootsy. In our hearts, logically, we look at Jay-Z as the person, the role model as to where we want to be, right? To be honest with you, Bootsy represents a certain demographic of the streets, right? Yeah, he represents the streets, but Jay-Z represents the streets and more. And Jay-Z's potential, first of all, Jay-Z has more accomplishments than Bootsy. Bootsy, I'm just going to keep it 1 million with you. Jay-Z has more accomplishments than Bootsy. Badass, okay? So, cut it out. Secondly, I don't even know in the streets how far Bootsy made it in the streets when he's talking about selling dope, hustling, and whoop-de-woo. I know Jay-Z's story is amazing, right? So, when I look at Jay-Z and I compare Jay-Z to Bootsy, I don't even know if Bootsy would match up with Jay-Z and his accomplishments in the streets. For some reason, I think Bootsy's under the pressure because of the bodies. I think that's what puts him over, and that's not it, brother. That's not it. At this point, I consider Bootsy clout chasing. Bootsy's clout chasing to me, all right? Jay-Z is that nigga. Jay-Z is the #1 admired street nigga amongst all niggas, right? Let's speak about how Jay-Z just married to Beyonce. Jay-Z married the most influential woman in the music industry. So when you compare comparing Jay-Z to Bootsy, Jay got it. Any fool would say that. Anybody, if you just actually look at the accolades, Jay-Z got it over Bootsy. So Bootsy, I just want to tell you, it's a nice try, brother. It's a nice try, but you're getting out your body at this point. Bootsy's getting out of his body. Bootsy went as far as to one point say he's realer than Tupac. Bootsy said he's Boo-Pac. Bootsy has a project called Boo-Pac, okay? And he went as far as to say that he's realer than Tupac. I'm peeping this. I'm peeping how Bootsy's getting bigger than his britches. He's getting out of his body. But we got to take the blame too. The streets got to take the blame for Bootsy's obnoxiousness, being so presumptuous, right? Bootsy's under the impression that he's the realest nigga. And I think we as the streets, we fed that to Bootsy. So me as a street nigga, I'm apologizing to Bootsy because I don't know what got him on this tirade, but Bootsy started to attack our leaders in hip hop. Bootsy started to attack the ones that count, right? It seems like Bootsy's trying to replace the Jay-Z's. Bootsy's trying to replace the Kodaks, even though Kodak is younger than him. You know what I mean? Shout out to Joel in the building. You guys do me a favor, as soon as you come in the building, hit that like button, all right? We're not on YouTube right now. I'm on my new channel, Don't Shoot the Messenger on YouTube. You guys make sure you guys are subscribing to that channel. As soon as you come in, hit that like button. Don't be a ninja watcher. Don't be no pocket watcher. And definitely don't want to be no peeping Tom. Y'all know what they do to peeping Toms. All right? So once again, Bootsy is clout chasing. Bootsy is chasing the clout at this point. Bootsy said he's worth more to the streets than Jay-Z in the South. Negative, Bootsy. Negative. Jay-Z is the #1 street nigga, #1 hip-hop street nigga that turned exec. Jay-Z is the prime example of what the potentials of a nigga coming out of the streets. Successful label, successful clothing line, successful liquor. Nah, of course, Bootsy has his success. Bootsy, nonetheless, we're not going to take no credit from you, Bootsy. You like that. You got the mini estate with the neighborhood in the back. You just dropped some movies, right? He's a different. Bootsy got it. Bootsy knows what he's doing. Bootsy is like that. But you're just getting a little bit too big for your britches, my friend. Jay-Z, that nigga. And you're not realer than Tupac. Cut it out. I don't know why people want to always compare their gangster to Tupac, but Tupac was more than a gangster. If y'all niggas is going for the gangster award, y'all can have that. If you trying to say you more gangster than Tupac, you can have that. But you ain't realer than Tupac. Cut it out, Boo Pop. That's why you Boo Pop. Boo, you can't be Tupac. You like Pop. Boo Pop. All right? Pop just has a little bit different story, Bootsy. Pop comes from a different type of background. I'm talking about Black Panther raised. Pop, you guys do share some things. You guys definitely are concerned about the Black community. And you guys share that. Bootsy and Pac share that interest, that concern for our community. So I'm a big up Bootsy on that. What that Juan W baby 301,000. What is that? What are you referring to, Juan? 301,000. 301. No, talk about 301 million. Who was worth 301 million? Because Jay-Z's worth way more than that. Jay-Z's worth over 2 billion, and Beyonce is worth about $1 billion too. So I don't know who you're referring to. All right. What Bootsy say? Jay-Z is the GOAT. Bootsy can't compare to him respectfully. Respectfully, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Let me know in the comment section. Do you guys think? In the comment section, let me know. Do you guys think Bootsy is worth more to the South than Jay-Z? Meaning, does he have more? Does the South appreciate Bootsy more than Jay-Z? That's what I want to word it. Let me know in the comment section, because I find it hard to believe me myself. But I'm not the end-all be-all. Like I said, this is an unbiased platform. You do not have to agree with me. But let me know how you feel. I'm interested to know how you guys feel about that. All right. So once again, Bootsy looked like he caught the bug, the clout chasing bug. All right. Bootsy's the new clout chasing lord. He took Jay's spot. He's the #1 clout chaser at this point. All right. Big up to Bootsy still, but I don't like the way he's starting to aim at our leaders. He's starting to aim at the people that we hold in high regard. All right. And I'm just going to chalk that up to clout chasing. All right. Now, moving right along. That's enough with Bootsy. And we're going to speak about Bootsy more and more because Bootsy is the top nigga on the internet. Don't get twisted. He's one of the top people on the internet, and he's the reason why we have something to talk about. So we got to speak about this in the right context, okay? Shout out to Bootsy still for giving us some content, you heard? Because I know your objective was to troll and for us to speak about this, in which we did. So kudos to you. Congratulations, bro. All right. We got some more stuff to talk about, y'all. We got some more things to talk about. Let's go into sports a little bit. Let's go into no. We're gonna save the sports. Let's save the sports right now. I want to talk about your boy A$AP Rocky. All right. A$AP Rocky has a new song out. You guys know A$AP Rocky. That's the kid that's I'm about to say married. Excuse me, he's not married yet. But A$AP Rocky is obviously his baby mother is the illustrious, the beautiful, the whatever you want to call it. You just add names onto Let me just get to it. Rihanna, all right? He just had a baby with Rihanna. Now, A$AP Rocky was seen performing, right? He's performing. Great performance. As usual, big crowds. A$AP Rocky performs at festivals, all right? But you guys know there was always a concern about A$AP Rocky, somebody taking A$AP Rocky's style. Somebody took A$AP Rocky's style, and I'm not just talking about music. They took A$AP Rocky's look with the braids. All right. Now, in the new song, A$AP Rocky is aiming at people in this new song that he has. So it looks like A$AP Rocky's back off his hiatus. You know what I mean? He was laid up with baby mama, laid up with Rihanna, rightfully so. If we was in that position, we 9 times out of 10, we probably be doing the same thing that he's doing. But it looks like A$AP Rocky's back on the scene. He's putting out some music. And yeah, shots fired. Shots fired. Now, when A$AP Rocky spoke on the song, a lot of people thought A$AP Rocky was referring to A$AP Bari, for one of them, A$AP Bari. And it was another individual also that they thought that he was speaking to. All right. And in which he wasn't speaking to, I think it was what's this kid name, man? Ian Connor. I think his name is Ian Connor. You guys forgive me. I don't know these guys, but I'm familiar with Ian Connor. All right. So they thought A$AP Rocky was speaking about these two gentlemen. All right. Then I'm gonna tell you what A$AP said in the song. I'm gonna quote it for you. All right. So he sending shots at somebody. And we kind of figured out, we did our logistics and we figured out who A$AP Rocky's talking about. I should have thought about it in the beginning because there's only one person that really stole. I know a few people that, it's one thing to copy people's style. We do that in hip hop. We copy styles, but we don't necessarily copy a person's look. And this individual copied A$AP Rocky's look. All right. All right. A$AP Rocky performs a new song at Rolling Loud where he said, this is what A$AP Rocky said. All right. You stole my flow. I stole your bitch. All right, listen, man. He basically said somebody stole somebody stole A$AP Rocky's flow, so in turn he took the nigga's bitch. Now, that kind of left people lost because when we thinking about his girl's Rihanna, and as far as I know, I only know A$AP Rocky. Sorry about that. Rihanna. I only know her for dating Chris Brown and Drake. I don't recall Drake ever taking A$AP Rocky's style. So it's hard for me to say that Drake was the individual that they were referring to, right? Now, speaking about Chris Brown raps, but he don't rap like A$AP Rocky. So obviously A$AP, he wasn't speaking about Drake, and he definitely was not speaking about Chris Brown. So I'm boggled. We lost. We didn't know who he was talking about, right? Now, things are starting to clear up a little bit. As we did our homework, we had to really pay attention to what he said. You stole my flow, so I stole your bitch. I was never aware that what's the name was dating Rihanna. I never knew Travis Scott dated Rihanna. I didn't know that. That's new. So with that being said, what I didn't know is Travis Scott stole A$AP Rocky's style. Without a doubt, there's not a doubt, not an ounce of doubt. He took the man's style. And also, Travis Scott took A$AP Rocky's braids, his look. Now, remember, A$AP Rocky's the one that had them braids coming down like that. And I see everybody's doing the style. Everybody's mimicking. Everybody's following behind A$AP Rocky. Did A$AP Rocky create that style? No. But he's the one that reintroduced it. And he's the one that played it like that got everybody following behind the style. Now, obviously, Travis Scott, before he entered into the industry, he took this style. He took the style and the hairdo. So then I started correlating. Things started to correlate. I was able to pinpoint and put two and two together. I never knew Travis Scott ever dated Rihanna. So I'm asking y'all, is that a true get back? Is that a true get back? If a nigga take your style and you take his bitch, is that a true get back? Is that a real get back? Because to be honest with you, who you style for? You style for the women. Who you get fly for? You get fly for the women. Facts. Shout out to Panda Gear. That part. We get fly for the girls. All right, we don't get fly for niggas. So the same chick you getting fly for, I took her. You took my style. You took my braid. You took my look and my style to impress the girls. Obviously, you monetized it. You got money. It was for your image, but a byproduct is the women. Women have to like it. If women don't like your style, if women don't like the way you dress, fellas, if women don't like the way you speak, if women don't like the way you do your thing, you don't have no value out here. I would suggest change your style because we do it for the women, right? We put on clothes for women, not for men. All right. So with that being said, he took the man's girl. Now, I think that's a reasonable. I think that's some. They say success is the best revenge, right? Next to that's taking a nigga bitch. Next to success as being the best revenge is taking a nigga bitch. That's the biggest revenge that you can have back on your enemy. Now, the reason why I said taking a nigga bitch is number two, because sometimes a nigga bitch ain't worth nothing. So when you take a nigga bitch, you taking his stress problems. So in hindsight, a wise man might let you just have his bitch because he knows his girl ain't worth nothing, right? And a lot of niggas is chasing behind niggas trying to get their bitch. Wanting the next nigga's problems. So that might not always suffice as the ultimate revenge. The ultimate revenge is success, not to be confused. But right next to success is taking a nigga bitch. So I just want to say this. Congratulations to A$AP Rocky for the sweet revenge. That was some sweet revenge. You took his girl and you impregnated her. All right? $1 billion woman now. $1 billion woman. And that's A$AP Rocky's chicks. So clap it up for A$AP Rocky. You know what I mean? Big clap up for A$AP Rocky. I wish my sound effects was working right now because I definitely would have gave him some gunshots. You know what I mean? I definitely would have gave your man. Oh, hold on. Wait 1 second. Hold on. Wait 1 second. Wait 1 second. Okay, then. All right. So shout out to A$AP Rocky, man. And shout out to Travis Scott still, because Travis Scott ain't losing either. Travis Scott baby mother is Kylie Jenner. So Travis Scott has $1 billion bitch too. Both of them are winning, right? So did he really get him back? Because at the end of the day, the man has Kylie Jenner. Kylie Jenner, Rihanna, billions versus billions. I don't know. You guys tell me. To me, they both won. And that's rich nigga shit. You see when rich niggas is arguing, it's a different argument than what we have, right? We as people, just the hardworking people out here, right? We're not rich. Rich people have a whole different argument that means a whole different meaning, right? The type of arguments that we have as civilians, as regular folk out here, those type of arguments might hit below the belt. But a rich man's argument, really, when you sit back and think about it, these are rich niggas arguing. How bad can it be? A nigga saying that I took your old bitch. But what about his bitch he's with right now? He's with Kylie Jenner. So did he really lose? They arguing about women. I took your bitch. Versus you took my style. Those are the type of arguments I like to have in life. I don't want to argue with broke niggas. I'm sorry. I don't want to argue with broke niggas. So shout out to A$AP Rocky. Shout out to Travis Scott. Shout out to Rick Ross and DJ Envy when they arguing. I just don't like that gunplay shit that he pulled. Speaking about the man's daughter. But shout out to rich niggas and rich nigga arguments. Because I'm here for it. I'm entertained. Those are the type of arguments I like when nobody dies. Who's balling harder? The greatest arguments out there. All right? Now, moving right along, y'all. Moving right along. I just want to reset the building. This is the L.O.T.S Approved Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, episode number 47. Countdown to episode number 50. I'm the incomparable, the author imitated, but cannot be duplicated. The one they took their style from, the elected, the appointed. This is powered by L.O.T.S Approved Media, and this is Don't Shoot the Messenger, episode number 47. Like I said, this is a countdown to episode number 50. I'm here for it. All right. Let's go in, champ. We got a few more things here. A few more things. All right. All right, man. First, I want to say free Thugger. I want to start off with free Thugger, free Young Thug, and free YFN Lucci. All right. Now, news reports are coming out. There's some reports that came out. And this is surprising to me. I find it very hard. I find it super hard to believe, but this is surprising to me. All right. Now, hold on. All right. Okay, according to news reports, since Young Thug's YSL camp and YFN camp have been locked up, the crime rate in Atlanta has dropped down to 35%. So what they're trying to say is because Thug is locked up and YFN Lucci's locked up, all right, Freedom Boys, the crime rate in Atlanta has dropped down 35%. I find that super hard to believe. Like, I find that mega hard to believe, to be honest with you. You're trying to tell me that Young Thugs, YSL, and YFN Lucci's camp is responsible for 35% of the crime in Atlanta? Somebody's inflating some numbers. It can't be possible. The man is not El Chapo. You can't tell me he means as much to Atlanta as El Chapo to Mexico. That means there's no hitters in Atlanta like that. This is what I be talking about, Miami versus other cities. Now, this is hypothetical because these are numbers that are coming out, news reports. I don't know how accurate these numbers are, right? These statistics. And it might be due to the since they've been locked up and all those indictments that the crime rate slowed down because niggas are scared of getting indicted. So, but I still find that hard to believe. But nonetheless, I'm gonna speak about my city, Miami. You see, in comparison to other cities, New York, Atlanta, Cali. Let me tell you something about Miami. Miami, in this city, Miami, there's not one gangster don't run Miami. One gangster does not run Miami. So with that being said, there will never be one nigga that can control Miami and set the tone as to what's gonna go on, what's gonna persist, and what's not gonna happen. Because you're gonna be met by some resistance. There's a lot of gangsters in Miami. This city is the city of gangsters. Different people with equal amount of power. So there's not one gangster that runs Miami. But I notice a lot of other cities is different. I see niggas doing shit in certain cities and they're running the whole city. One man running the whole city and he's speaking about it. He speaks out about it on different platforms and I don't hear nobody arguing the fact. You can't do that in Miami. Miami, there's no one person that runs Miami. All right? So with that being said, they're speaking about Thugger and YFN Lucci responsible for 35% of Atlanta's crime rate, meaning 35% of the crime rate dropped since they've been locked up. That's very hard to believe. All right. Now I know Thug is active. I know YFN Lucci's active. Shout out to both those camps. All right. But I find it hard to believe that they're 35% of the crime rate in Atlanta. Somebody's inflating those numbers, and a lot of times they inflate the numbers just to make them look better, right? As if they're really cleaning up the streets. Now I'm not gonna go deep into Atlanta politics, right? Because this platform we don't do that here. And I'm not into getting banned, right? But there's certain things you just don't talk about. But nonetheless, I find that hard to believe. That's hogwash. That's a fairy tale. There's no way that YFN and YSL is responsible for 35% of the crime rate in Atlanta. There's no way, bro. And keep in mind now, when other gangsters get removed, other gangsters take their place. It's the same thing in Mexico. When you see El Chapo get locked up, you have other gangsters rising in ranks trying to fill that void, that spot, because there's a spot there. Those top gangsters are no longer there. In the streets, niggas is always rising in ranks, and sometimes you gotta wait for somebody to get out the way. Sometimes you gotta wait for somebody to get out the way so you can take your place in the streets. But keep in mind, nobody is permanently the boss in the streets. Like I told you, being a gangster is not a career. It's a short-lived career, if you want to call that a career. All right? It's not something that you can do until the end of times. When you're a gangster, you're on borrowed time. So there's always going to be somebody else to replace your gangster ass, regardless of the fact. And if said, and I'm pretty sure they're saying that, well, this is a segue. All right. You guys do know, speaking in reference to Melly, his case ended in a mistrial. Well, they're saying that, and this is coming out of YFN Lucci's lawyer, all right? YFN Lucci's lawyer said that Thugger's case is going to end in a mistrial also. So, freedom boys, for one. Free YFN, free Thugger, you know what I mean? And free Melly too. Free all three parties. But that's what they're saying that it's going to amount to, that they're actually going to get freed. It's going to be a mistrial. And that's the exact verbatim what he said. It's going to end in a mistrial. Now, mind you, this guy is a lawyer. YFN Lucci is a lawyer, so he's qualified to speak on these things. And I would say that his judgment is good for the fact that he deals with that business. He has that experience, right? I'm not a lawyer. But one thing I do know, it seems like the DA and whoever brought these cases against YFN Lucci and Thugger, as well as YNW Melly, I don't think that they had all their dots dotted and all their T's crossed when they went out to get these guys. There's a lot of things, a lot of inconsistencies in these cases. That's why they're ending in mistrials. They kind of rushed these cases. Now, mind you, now, Thugger's case is a state. That's a state RICO. Okay. YFN Melly. Sorry about YFN Melly. YNW Melly, I think, is a state case also. So these are two state cases. And from what I've heard from the streets, from my niggas that's been done Fed times, the feds are more thorough with their research. And when the feds come get you, they usually have what they need, right? Things that are going to consider to stick. Now, it looks like the state might have some holes in their prosecution, in their approach, in their whatever. There's holes in it. So what I'm saying, for the long run, these guys look like they might be coming home, okay? Shout out to YFN Lucci, shout out to Thugger, free Melly, and all that. And I hope Melly does good on that second, because, you know, he has to go through another jury. He has to be judged once more. And I believe that's going to be the last time. And by the grace of God, hopefully, YNW Melly comes home. All right, shout out to B Slime, shout out to his mom and all that. And rest in peace to Sack Chase and Juvie. I don't get in between all that. But at the same time, I ain't condemning no gangsters. I don't care. I don't know what he did. I don't know the reason. I don't know if he did it, and I don't know the reason for why he did it. And I don't know, was he valid? Did he have a valid? I don't know. So I don't judge people. Whether it be murder, I don't care. I don't judge people, right? Until I find out the details in it. All right. Same way with the Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion, in which I had to condemn Tory Lanez, because Tory Lanez spoke on that phone, in which he did kind of admit to doing something to Meg, but he didn't admit verbatim, but he kind of was apologizing, and that's a form of admittance when you apologize. All right. And judging by Tory Lanez's voice, that voice recorded from jail when he called the girl he was dating, I forgot her name already, Kay, whatever her name was. That's Meg Thee Stallion's best friend. When he contacted her, he was acting concerned, and he looked like to admit that he was sorry for what he did. And that was enough for me. That's when I finally believed that Tory actually probably could have did it. Now, I'm saying probably, I'm saying allegedly, because the man is still fighting the case. So shout out to Tory Lanez. But let me get up out of there. Now, moving on. I want to say shout out to LeBron James. Shout out to LeBron James' family on behalf of the L.O.T.S approved Don't Shoot the Messenger L.O.T.S approved media. All right. Shout out to LeBron James, and I hope Bronny James recovers soon. All right. Now, if you guys don't know, Bronny James, that's LeBron James' son, he suffered a cardiac arrest, in which he was at a USC training, and he suffered from a cardiac arrest. Now, this is something that happens. I'm seeing that's happening. I'm not going to say it happens often, but I'm seeing more of it, right? In sports, it seems like a cardiac arrest can take place at any time. Now, they're saying that it's because of the heart rate, where his heart rate was at. I'm not an expert. I'm not a doctor. I don't know the details. I think more details will reveal itself as time progresses. We'll hear more about his medical state, what medical condition he was in that caused that. But for the most, they said that it was a cardiac arrest. All right. You remember this guy that was on the field, NFL player that was on the field, in which he suffered kind of the same outcome, in which it was the impact from the tackle that caused his heart to go off beat, right? And he experienced a cardiac arrest also. I recall times with people that run track. I don't remember the names of these people, right? But I recall people that ran track that out of nowhere, while they're running on the track, they actually fall out from a cardiac arrest. So this is something that happens in sports. It definitely happens in sports. Now, I don't know nothing about LeBron James's son, medical conditions, what have you. So I guess I'm still waiting for more reports to come out. But you got to admit it's kind of sad because I don't know if this is going to hinder LeBron James's son's career. Because Bronny, he's projected to play in the NBA. He's projected to play in the NBA, and these type of things can hinder your career in the future. We don't know if this is going to happen again, right? Speculation at this point until we find out medically wise what he's going through. It's all speculation at this point. But Bron James, you know what I'm saying? Our prayers go out to you, brother. Big prayers go out to Bronny James. We pray that you be successful. You know what I mean? We pray that you recover quick. We pray that you don't experience this experience again. Hopefully, does not hinder your career and potentially where you're projected to go. Because you're projected to be big in the NBA, right? You follow in the footsteps of your father. It happens. It happens in sports. This type of thing happens. And just for the most part, man, I don't know how LeBron would feel at this point. This must be crazy as a father to see your son going through a cardiac arrest, to know that your son experienced that, and potentially you knowing where you want yours. Because remember, LeBron's whole goal is to play in the NBA with his son, right? His whole goal is to play with the NBA, but things could change. It can go from praying to play with your son, play with your son in the NBA, to praying that your son never experienced those type of things again. The NBA, that's a great accomplishment. If Bronny James makes it to the NBA, that's a great accomplishment. But what sounds even better is him actually being healthy and not experiencing that again. I think he would want that more than actually being NBA. And hopefully this doesn't hinder his potential to make it to the NBA. All right. So once again, I just want to say shout out to the James family. I think the baby mother's name Savannah. Shout out to Savannah. Shout out to LeBron. Shout out to Bronny James on behalf of L.O.T.S approved media. Facts though. Bada bing, bada bang. Now we going in. Listen, once again, you guys, make sure you guys are slapping. Hit that that like button. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Don't be a ninja watcher. Don't be no pocket watcher. And definitely don't be no peeping Tom. Y'all know to do peeping times. Hit that like button when you guys come in the building. Leave a comment in the comment section. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Big up to Juan W. Roby. All right. Few more guys in the building. Shout out to Bruce once again. Shout out to Mark. Shout out to Joel once again. Big up to everybody that's in attendance today. All right. Facts though. Like I said, you guys, we live on my new Don't Shoot the Messenger channel. I'm not live on my other channel. My other channel will be available tomorrow. So if you guys haven't seen any new content on L.O.T.S approved media, you guys will see some new content tomorrow. All right. Now, moving right along. All right. Listen, man. This is about aliens. I don't know if you guys believe in aliens, but I just want to tell you guys, aliens exist. All right. Now, this is a government official. This guy goes by the name of David Grush. All right. He claimed under oath. So David Grush said this under oath. All right. Grush claims under oath that aliens exist and that the U.S. government is in possession of UFO and non-human bodies. All right. We're not going to go too far into that because I don't speak about the U.S. government here. You guys won't get that here, right? But what I will say is, you guys, aliens do exist. For you guys that believe, for the people that are so obnoxious to think that God only created human beings, that the universe could only produce one humanoid, the human being, that's very presumptuous, very obnoxious. How can we as human beings assume that? You know what they say when you assume things? Yeah, you make an ass of yourself. So let me tell you guys, man, if you don't believe that aliens exist, I think you need to change your perspective, right? We as people, sometimes we gotta see to believe. But if you're the type of person that has to see to believe, it might be too late when you see it. Meaning, we gotta prep ourselves, man. We gotta change our mind states. We gotta stop being so arrogant and so ignorant as human beings to believe that we're the only ones that exist on in this universe, let alone this planet. All right. And once again, I'm gonna tell you guys, aliens do exist. You guys will see in the future. They're doing everything to prep us for the introduction of an alien. All right. And this is a government official that's claiming so. He's not the first one. All right. Don't be so infatuated with just yourself being a human being, and give the idea of other people other than us existing. Warm up to the idea and start embracing that idea. Because when the time reveals itself, you guys are going to be caught off guard. We need to be ready for this technology age. We're catapulting into technology, virtual reality, the digital world. We're catapulting to all this. So you guys need to be more open-minded, and don't be ignorant, because you will be left behind. All right? A lot of things are coming out as of lately. Shout out to Rudolph Ballmere in the building. All right? You guys, I'm on today. I went on today at 7. I'm going to be coming on at 7 all the time now. I promise you I will be on time, okay? The meta, facts though, the meta. Breakfast in the morning, that part. So once again, aliens do exist, all right? And if you didn't know, L.O.T.S approved. For the record, you're looking at an alien. All right. Check this out, bro. Bada bing, bada bang, bada bing, bada bang, bada bing. All right, so you guys know Little J. There's Little J, Little J, Little J. There's a guy that goes by the name of Little J. All right? He's the drill music, one of the drill music pioneers in Chicago. All right, drill music is a subgenre of hip hop. Okay, this is what the youth are listening to. That's why you see the shootings are. There's more shootings nowadays. More people getting shot. More people getting killed. Hence, you have drill music. All right, this is the subgenre of hip hop. But I'm not gonna take the music like that, because that's the voice of the youth. It's bigger than just drill music. They're making that music for a reason, because it's things that are happening, transpiring in the environment that cause them to speak like that. Hip hop is just a reflection of the streets and the current state of the environment they're in. Period. All right. So now there's this guy by the name of Little J. He's called the Clout Lord, Double O. All right. He was one of the drill music pioneers, one of the biggest drill artists in Chicago. This music comes out of Chicago. All right. I don't know if you guys have seen lately, if you guys have been watching on the internet, there's been a lot of prison videos being released. Meaning a lot of inmates, you know how they surveillance, everything is being surveillance in the penitentiary, in the prison system, right? But, well, everything's been surveillance. It's included as body cameras. Okay, I thought somebody was videoing with a regular phone, but it seems like it was the body camera, because I see the camera shaking. Okay. So as of lately, there's been a lot of footage being released from the prison system. Now, a lot of people on the assumption that it might be the guards letting that, the COs that are letting this information out, right? That are letting out all these videos. But nonetheless, these videos are very contradicting to how we look at these artists, how we perceive these artists. The videos that's been released online are to kind of like to diminish these artists' image to the public, to the fans, right? Like, you guys seen the King Von shit. King Von was supposed to go inside of a cell. We'll get back to Lil J. King Von was supposed to go inside of a cell, in which he declined to go in the cell. He even went as far as to tell the officers that he's gay, that the men in the cell want to harm him because he likes men. Now, this video was released, and obviously people feel different. I've seen niggas in Cali that are commenting on this. Niggas in Cali talking about he would have got DP'd, certain things would have happened to him. Obviously, you can't do that in gang culture in LA, in California, right? So this is not accepted everywhere. I don't think in Florida, I don't think we would accept that either. Like, if I find out you checked in and you told the officers you was gay, in Florida, that's not gangster. So with that being said, I think that's what the officers intended to do when they released this video. They're releasing videos that are contradicted to the persona of these artists. That is deliberate. They're deliberately trying to assassinate King Von's character. They were deliberately trying to assassinate Little J's character, right? So now, like I said, after King Von told the officer that he was gay, that was subsequently supposed to lead to him being put in PC. PC is called protective custody, okay? So now LeBron, excuse me, not LeBron, King Von. King Von got placed, he was supposed to get placed in protective custody. Now, this is the twist. This is the twist. I'm gonna give him credit. He didn't go into what they call that? Protective custody. He never went to protective custody. So he denied protective custody. But he's the one that initiated, he's the one that told the officers that he wants to be moved because the men want to get on him because of his sexuality. He's gay. He claimed that he was gay. King Von was actually seen blowing kisses to men. They got King Von blowing kisses. They made sure to put this tape out. So my question is to y'all, is that gangster? Is that acceptable? See, gangster got different rules in different states, I see. I told you guys, if you take one gangster, if you take 5 gangsters, take 5 niggas and ask them what's their definition of gangster, they're going to come up with a different definition. Everybody has a different definition of gangster. And I did that before. I sat down with all my homies and I asked them one by one, what is your definition of a gangster? And all my friends came up with a different definition of what a gangster is, right? Some say gangster is just taking care of your family. Some say gangster is just not snitching. There's a lot of different definitions of gangster, all right? With that being said, Little J now. Little J was seen with a man sitting on his lap. So we're done with King Von right now. You guys let me know in the comment section. Is King Von still a gangster in your eyes? I want to know. That's what I want to know. L.O.T.S wants to know. Is King Von still a gangster in your eyes after he went PC? After he blew a kiss at a man? After he claimed that he was gay in order to be moved from a cell? In Florida, we call that checking in. He checked in. Facts. He wanted to get out the cell. So they moved him to another cell. The cell that originally was trying to bring him in, I'm assuming it was a GD cell. He's BD. He's Black Disciple. And that's gangster disciple. So it was a gangster disciple cell. He was trying to elude the gentleman, in which to the point where he requested to go into PC. All right. But he denied the PC also. So that's credit to King Von. All right. I'm going to call it spade a spade. I'm not going to add nothing extra on it. Now, Little J. You got Little J. Little J is seen with a man sitting on his lap. Little J been had rumors about people saying that Little J was gay. There's all types of rumors out there. Even King Yella. King Yella, he's another Chirac, I'm gonna call him a pioneer. Because I didn't know none of these Chirac dudes. These are the first niggas that when I got hip to the drill scene, listening to DJ Academics, and I got hip to all that drill music in Chicago. He was one of the guys that I used to watch. All right, pause. King Yella. So now King Yella, that used to be Little J's friend. That was his dog. King Yella said that Little J tried to kiss him at one point. Now, that's strange to me. Because if you had a homeboy that was trying to kiss you and you still was cool with him, it's strange. I told you guys, this gangster shit is getting real strange. So he said Little J tried to kiss him at one point, but he was still willing to be Little J's friend. Would you be your dog's friend if he tried to kiss you? If your homeboy tried to kiss you, would you be? I know what my dogs would say, but I'm asking you guys that, right? Because the definition of gangster is changing. With the invention of the internet, the definition of gangster is changing. Gangsters are now seen. They're taking pictures. They want to be exposed. They don't want to be in the cut no more. They want to be in the forefront. They want to be in the camera. You got gangsters going PC, but he's rated as one of the top gangsters. I'm asking the gangster question. I'm asking questions to the gangsters, to the civilians. How you guys feel about the streets and the gangsterism? Because shit has changed. Like I said, you got these tapes being released now. You got tapes being released. So Little J has a man sitting on his lap. Now there's another video Little J got where he's arguing with a punk. And then he went to choking the punk. He's choking the punk. Some would say maybe that was a domestic violence. Maybe there was in an actual relationship. Maybe there was something that took place that he was just checking his girl. I don't know. So what I'm trying to say is this hip hop shit, not hip hop, but just the gangster shit. Gangster is changing. Gangster is evolving. I'm thinking 10 years from now, what we define as gangster is going to be something totally different. How gangsters move, how they dress, how they talk, the rules, things are changing. The parameters, the what do you call that? The goal post is being moved. The requirements of being a gangster are changing. Okay? So like I said, there's a lot of different videos being leaked online of these gangsters, these drill rappers, street niggas. They're releasing all types of videos online that are contradicted to the persona what we perceive these people to be. We interpret these niggas as some stand-up niggas. And they know that the streets, they know that we, the public, we interpret King Bonds and the Little J's and the drill music, we find them to be real, maybe even halfway real, right? Well, they're trying to dispel that. They're releasing videos and they're trying to dispel our perception of these rappers. All right. And to be honest with you, they're doing a good job. Gangster, the word gangster is it got me a little skeptical. I used to use that word gangster so much, but now I kind of slow down on the word gangster, right? Because I'm gonna tell you what gangster to me, my definition of a gangster is somebody who doesn't live by the law. The nigga who takes the law into his own hands. The nigga that vows not to snitch because he knows he's in that realm and he wants the person, he wants his opposition to take that same rule, to apply that same rule. That's what I feel that gangster is. Gangster just taking the law into your own hand and not snitching. So you kind of take your time. If you have to take that time. If you gotta do that time, you take your time. That's gangster. All the extra shit, taking care of your family, no, that's just being a man. If you don't take care of your family, that don't mean that you're not a gangster. If you put your hands on a nigga, if you do some harm to a nigga, right? You get locked up behind it. You don't tell nobody, and you come back out. You ain't gotta come back out. You just remain in jail. That's gangster. Gangster is just taking the law into your own hand and not snitching if you're caught. That's gangster. And rules. You set in the rules. You have your gang members. You have members. Everybody abides. Whoever's a part of your organization abides by those rules. You got gangster rules too, right? You got gangster rules, but the definition of being a gangster is just taking the law into your own hand. You don't have to be a part of a gang to be a gangster. So you don't need to be a mob member to be a gangster. A gangster just takes the law into his own hands, and if he's caught, he does not snitch. That's all it is, brother. So, you guys let me know. Is King Von still a gangster? Is Little J still a gangster in your eyes? Is Young Thug still a gangster because he wears dresses? Now, I think he kind of proved his gangster. I think Thugger kind of proved his gangster, but I'm still interested to know how you guys feel about that. All right. So nonetheless, shout out to I ain't gonna say shout out to dog. Shout out to King Von. You know what I mean? Because it's bigger than being just a gangster. And no matter what, whoever's judging King Von, at the end of the day, he did stand on business. You know what I mean? I don't know too much about that coming out of that cell. I don't know about King Von leaving that cell like that, claiming to be gay. To me, that wasn't gangster. To me, it wasn't that serious. That wasn't gangster. That wasn't manly either. And if you're a gangster and you're not a man, that's not gangster to me. I don't respect no gangster that's not a man. You're a man first. You are a man first before a gangster. You're a man first before a gangster. So make sure that your gangster matches is equivalent to your morality as a man. Because your gangster can't surpass your man morality, what you would do as a man. You can't say I'm gangster, I'm willing to act gay and do all that just for gangsterism. But you're losing in being a man. Listen, man, shout out to all parties involved, but no shout out for Little J. No shout out for Little J, all right? And you guys, we about to bring this to a closure, all right? We about to bring this closure. Listen, this is episode number 47. This is countdown to episode number 50. All right, I'm the incomparable, the author imitated but cannot be duplicated, the elected, the appointed, the one they keep taking their style from, and I keep creating it. This is powered by L.O.T.S. Media. Once again, this is the Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, episode number 47. All right, 46 is on the other channel. L.O.T.S. Media will be back up in the next few hours. It looks like my strike is almost done. So YouTube's gonna let me back on my channel. And I have a backup channel, which is Don't Shoot the Messenger. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the Don't Shoot the Messenger backup channel. This will be uploaded on the backup channel until they allow me back on my channel, which is any minute now. All right? Make sure you guys subscribe to the backup channel also. Don't be a ninja watcher. That's the person that be creeping and watching. Don't be no pocket watcher, because that's just a hater. And you definitely want to be one of these. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a peeping Tom. Y'all know what they do to peeping Tom. You just spoke about jail. So be a peeping Tom. You might end up in Little J choking you in jail. You be a peeping Tom. You might be the one sitting on Little J's lap. That part. All right. Once again, this is powered by L.O.T.S Media. Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, episode number 47. And we out the building. You guys enjoy your weekend. Be safe this weekend. I'll see you guys back on Friday, God willing. Once again, this is Countdown, episode number 50. I'm out.